A manhunt is underway in Southern California, and the Los Angeles Police Department is under siege. 10,000 law enforcement officers are conducting door-to-door searches for one of their own, a fugitive ex-cop.
Control all units, seat info, reference 1199 for LAPD.
Imagine a city under siege, its streets echoing with fear. The city of angels turned into a city of dread. The man responsible for this dread, a former police officer named Christopher Dorner. Christopher Jordan Dorner was not your typical criminal. He was one of the men who vowed to protect and serve, and to be a beacon of justice to one and all. But what pushed this man to trade his badge for a rifle and become the orchestrator of a reign of terror? Buckle up as we peel back the layers of this grim tale. Christopher Dorner was born in 1979 in New York, but was raised in Southern California. He had a respectable military and police career, serving in the United States Navy Reserve and later joining the Los Angeles Police Department. He was, by all accounts, a man of discipline and conviction. One could even call him a model citizen. However, Dorner's world spiraled into chaos when he was fired from the LAPD in 2009 for making false statements about his training officer, who he claimed had kicked a suspect. He appealed the decision, but to his dismay, the court upheld his dismissal. It was this event that, Dorner claimed, unveiled the corrupt nature of the department he had once been proud to serve. In early February 2013, a disturbing manifesto surfaced online, written by Dorner himself. In it, he declared an all-out, unconventional war against the Los Angeles Police Department, their families, and their associates, unless the department admitted publicly he was fired in retaliation for reporting excessive force. He also accused them of other things like racism, brutality, and corruption. He vowed to utilize every bit of his training to inflict maximum damage to the force.
Extremely worrisome and scary, especially to the police officers involved.
On February 3, 2013, Dorner's campaign of terror began. Monica Kwan and her fiancé Keith Lawrence were found dead, shot in their car. Kwan was the daughter of the retired LAPD captain who had represented Dorner at his tribunal. The connection was clear, and the intent was nothing less than horrifying. In the days that followed, Dorner eluded the massive manhunt that spanned across the state of California, leaving a trail of blood in his wake. He would go on a 10-day rampage, which spread fear across multiple counties in Southern California. On February 7, 2013, Riverside Police Department officer Michael Crane was fatally shot in an ambush that also severely wounded his partner. The assailant was, of course, Dorner. The ambush occurred at a red light when Dorner fired multiple rounds into Crane's patrol car, fatally wounding him and seriously injuring his partner. Days later, on February 12, 2013, Detective Jeremiah McKay of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department was fatally wounded during a firefight with Dorner in the mountains of Big Bear, California. This incident ensued after deputies responded to a carjacking report, leading to a chase that ended near Big Bear Lake, where Dorner took refuge in a cabin. At the time, Detective McKay had a 4-month-old baby boy. Nevertheless, Dorner's rampage left 4 people dead and brought an unprecedented wave of fear across Los Angeles. But it also sparked a contentious debate about the LAPD's practices. Most, however, saw him as a murderer who had allowed his vendetta to drive him to unforgivable acts of violence.
He is narcissistic. He is grandiose.
As we reflect on the tragic case of Christopher Dorner, we must strive to understand not just the man, but the circumstances that led to his downfall, and the system that both created and destroyed him. After all, beneath the horror and the headlines, Dorner was a man who saw the world not as it was, but as he believed it should be. And it was this distorted vision, fueled by anger and disillusionment, that transformed an officer of the law into the most wanted man in Los Angeles. Join us next time as we continue to peel back the dark veil on humanity's most terrifying tales.